And welcome everybody. Everybody's pretty early today. It's 6:06. That
Okay.
never happens. But so this is good. And well, let's begin. Let's check the homework. The homework was about inversions and how we can invert these sentences, right? Now, inversions are difficult. You know, in general, they are difficult, and it's difficult because it's not common. You know, you don't really hear this in movies, so there's not a lot of context. It's not out there like that, and it's extremely formal. It's like level B2 C1, okay, B2 C1. Like it's a big grammar. It's a big boy grammar, big girl grammar, okay.
Okay.
But let's see how we do it. Number one, you cannot have a party under no circumstances. What goes here?
Can you have a party?
You have a party. Yes. In no circumstance can you have a party. All right. Number two, Nydia.
Not until do they arrive at the house, they release they had left the keys at the store.
Not until they arrive at the house. What?
They release. They
Nope.
Did they?
Did they?
sorry.
Did they realize they left the keys at the store?
Had left the keys.
I forgot the important.
Yeah, the inversion. Yes. Remember, not until, the inversion of not until goes in the middle, right? And number three, Matt, number three. Oh, no. Only yesterday, only Nydia and Oscar. So yeah, Oscar, number three.
Only occasionally does Eliza go out.
Yeah, does Alyssa go out? Alyssa. And four, Nydia. Nydia?
Never are students allowed to use the dictionaries in the test.
Never are students allowed to use dictionaries in the test. Yes. All right. And number five, the problems intensified when he came home.
Well, I have two possible options. I wrote, no sooner did he come home, the problems intensified. And the other that I wrote was, no sooner did the problems intensify, he came home. I don't know. What fits better?
Intensify. Then he came home. Okay, I think the first one would be better. No sooner did he come home than the problems intensified. Okay? Because remember, no sooner means you do something and immediately something else happens. Okay, so you come home and then the problems happen. You come home and then your mom calls you. You come home and then the police knock on your door. You know, everything is like immediate. No sooner. And for no sooner, we use then. No sooner, then. I guess because it's a comparative. And this is a pretzel. I don't know how I got a pretzel in my room. Anyways, number six, Shauna could never have given you money? Lydia?
Never could have Shana given you money.
Very close. Never could Shauna have given you money.
Thank you.
Nice, nice. All right, so yes, here we are with the not infinitive, inversions. And since most students were gone, I guess we do need to spend a little bit more time with the inversions. Now, inversions, like I said yesterday, inversions, you've been doing them since a baby, since a beginner student. You know, we've always been doing inversions, working with inversions. And well, maybe we just have to see it again, but with a more, how can I say it, more advanced way. Now, this is a B2 preparation course, but what I am about to teach you or show you right now is kind of C1, all right? Kind of C1. But at the end of the day, it's okay because it's gonna help you, all right? So what we are about to see is from this book that I have that is to prepare students for the Chi. The Chi, if most of you know, is, you know, C1. It's kind of advanced. And I guess we need to see it. We need to see it. So today is August 20, no, August 12th,
Well,
2020. And today we're going to make sure we,
Tomorrow is my birthday.
it is?
Yes,
Are you
really.
gonna celebrate?
oh,
Yes,
happy
with a
birthday.
cake and other things.
Okay, okay. Well, my address is Cerrada de Humboldt 619. Man, you
Okay.
can send me some cake. Acapulco, Guerrero.
Okay, I sent to you the invitation only.
Nice, nice.
The piece of cake and jello.
Yes. You know, I always thought it was funny
Huh?
when people expect you
Okay.
to give them
Yes.
something on their birthday. It's funny, like, it's my birthday, you need to give me something, you know?
Yes, not. In my
Yeah.
age, I only want to have a good health.
Okay, I understand.
Yes.
Hazlo para allá, lo deje aquí.
Okay, so okay, look, so we're going to make sure we have a general understanding of inversions. Now, remember, in English, we use inversions to make what we are going to say sound more surprising, interesting, or I guess you can say formal. This grammar inversions is formal in different ways. It is very formal. Okay?
Sorry.
No problem, no problem. All right. All right. We use inversions to make what we are going to say more surprising, interesting, or formal. And it's not necessary to know formals to communicate what you want to communicate, but it does make you sound more formal. And that's one thing that we have to get used to now that we are preparing for this course, all right? The more formal you can speak, the more formal things you can consume, the better. Right now, you know, what are you doing for your listening? What are you doing for reading? If you're doing nothing, you're doing bad. You know, you need to order a book on Amazon and read it, Harry Potter or anything. You need to watch more movies in English, you know, to practice that listening and also to read the subtitles to improve your vocabulary. And well, if you think that just this class is gonna help you with the test, it might. It might help you if you have a good level. But if you have a low level, you need to be doing more things, okay? Watch as many English movies, read as many books, and also listen to as much music as possible in between now and the time that you take the test, okay? To prepare your brain for everything. You know, in here we do a lot of speaking, a lot of grammar, but at home you can improve your listening and your reading, guys, all right? This course is cool, but it will be cooler if you do extra things at your house. You will have more of an advantage. But no more preaching. All right. This is my book. It's called Face to Face. And it's called Face to Face. And right now we're on this unit talking about a happy, healthy life. All right. We are right here. Everybody, can you see this grammar thing?
Yes.
A little more soon, please.
Like that? Or more? Hold on, let me see if I can make my screen bigger. Well, yeah, it's kind of big. Is that better?
Yes.
Much better.
All right. Oh, Matt, what's up? You're here. Now, Matt, can you please read this first tab right here?
Preview. Preview. Page 25. When we begin a sentence, with a
Limiting.
lighting adverbial. I can see you very well. Okay. With a limit. Okay. Okay. Thank you. When we begin the sentence with limiting adverbial or a negative adverbial, the subject and the auxiliary verb are inverted.
Such and the auxiliary verb are inverted. Okay. Can you read the next one, please, Romo?
Who's next one?
Is it number 3?
No, 5A, Romo.
Look at the limit and negative adverbials involved in 106, then underline the inversion on each sentence. Number
All
1.
right.
Okay.
All right,
Sorry.
yeah. You
Yes.
can do it.
Seldom do people associated begin married with being healthy.
Okay. Guys, by the way, if you don't understand some vocabulary, don't worry. This is, like I said, this is advanced, you know, higher than most of our levels. But if you want me, I can explain the words to you. All right. But right now, I want you to observe these sentences, analyze them, and underline the inversion. Remember, the inversion is when you put the auxiliary first and then the subject. Okay? So please take 1 minute to read them and underline the version.
The number 2? In the
Everything, 1 to 6.
everything. Nada, nada. Yo no te voy a decir nada. Estoy tomando la clase, va a bañarte, por favor.
All right. And number 2, what is the inversion, guys?
So dental hygiene, how is it pronounced?
Hygiene.
Hygiene? Okay. So dental hygiene, say.
Okay, very good. Not only does dental hygiene save, yes, auxiliary does, and subject, dental hygiene, and then the verb. Okay. And number 3,
Did he
what?
Did he agree?
Did he agree? That is an inversion, yes. And number 4, very rarely do you hear anything negative about eating fish. What is that?
Do you hear?
Do you hear?
Do you hear anything?
That is an inversion. And number 5?
Have experts.
No? All right. And number 6, under no circumstances should you exercise immediately after eating a heavy meal.
You exercise.
Exercise.
All right. Now, this next task, you are going to take these, inversions and you're going to uninvert them. Okay? That means take it out of the inversion. For example, in number 1, seldom do people associate being married with being healthy, is people seldom associate being married with being healthy. That would be the normal sentence for normal people. But we are not normal people. We are advanced speakers. We are great English users. And if you believe it and you work for it, then you will be. So we are great. We are great, right, Matt?
Yeah.
We are great, yes. We have to believe it. Now, people seldom associate being married with being healthy. Okay? Let's do number 2 together because number 2 is hard. Number 2.
Dental hygiene not only saves painful and expensive visits to the dentist.
Painful and expensive visits to the dentist, but, or it may also prevent strokes. Okay? That right there is the normal sentence. Please transform 3, 4, 5, and 6 to normal sentences in your notebook, all right? You have 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Okay. Number 3, Carolina.
Number 3, he did agree, not until, to stop smoking.
That would be the correct thing. He did not agree to stop smoking until last week.
He did not. He did. Oh, okay. Thank
Yes.
you.
Can you say it? Can you say it?
Yes, yes. I'm sorry.
Say it. Say the correct thing.
Okay. He did not agree to stop smoking until last week.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
He did not agree. He did not agree.
All right. And well, number 4, Matt. Okay, Nydia, number 4, please.
You very rarely hear anything negative about eating fish.
Yes. You very rarely hear anything negative about eating fish. Number 5.
Very rarely.
Only recently have experts come to appreciate the health benefits of eating curry.
Experts have recently come to appreciate the health benefits of eating curry.
Experts have come to appreciate the health benefits of eating curry. Okay. What did you say exactly?
Experts have recently come.
Yes. Excellent. Experts have recently come to appreciate the health benefits of eating curry. Yes. Now, sorry. They are, thank you. They are cooking, what's it called? Chiles. I don't even know what the name is.
Poblano.
I think chile, the red ones, right? Yeah, the red one, I don't know, chile poblano, chino, chile, I don't know. They're making, I guess they're about to make mole or something in this.
Guajillo.
Yeah, guajillo, there you
Yeah.
go. Guajillo. And it's burning my nose. And number 6, under no circumstances should you exercise immediately after eating a heavy meal. Romo.
I'm here.
6.
You should exercise immediately after eating a heavy meal under no circumstance.
No.
No,
You shouldn't.
you shouldn't.
You shouldn't or you should never. Okay? Well,
Okay.
they mean the same thing. But if you want to emphasize that it shouldn't happen, you should put never. You should never exercise immediately after eating a heavy meal. And never means under no circumstances. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Okay.
under no circumstances would sound very weird to use that in a normal sentence because it is very sophisticated.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
But yes, that is the thing right here. Now, as I was explaining yesterday we have an adverb
Mhm.
plus the auxiliary plus the subject, and then we have the verb. And that is how we make inversions. Okay, that is how we make inversions. What happens when you don't have an auxiliary? Well, that happens in the present and the past. You need to take out the auxiliary yourself like you do in questions. I think Nydia said that yesterday. All right. So this is how you do it. Let's go to the next part.
Here, take a picture, please.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Hold on.
Right.
You got it?
Yes, thank
Okay.
you.
Excellent. Now, exercise B. Look at the sentences 1 to 4. What auxiliary is used when we invert past simple and present simple? 1, 2, 3, 4. What auxiliary? In number 1, we have do. Number 2, does. Number 3, did. And number 4, do. So for the simple present and the simple past, we use auxiliary do in the correct form, right? If it's past, use did. If it's third person singular, does. And everything else, do. Right? Okay.
Right.
Now look at the clauses in pink and blue. Which clause has the inversion? Number 1, not until she learns to relax will things get better. And only when we get the dog did we start going for long walks. Where is the inversion? In the pink or in the blue?
The blue one.
In the blue one. All
The
right.
blue one.
Now, here it says inversions can occur after another complete clause beginning with not until, only when, only if, and only after. Now, when you see those adverbs,
More
that
rules.
means that yes. This is a rule class.
Yes.
Like it's a lot of rules. And once you see these adverbs, not until, only when, only if, only after, the inversion will happen in the middle of the sentence or in the second clause. Okay?
Yeah.
The most common to appear is in the first sentence,
Exactly.
and is rare to appear in the second sentence.
Yes, but
it's an exception.
These are the exceptions, yes.
Okay.
All
I
right.
understood.
Great, great. And can you read the tip, please, Matt? Or Carolina?
Although inversion is usually found in literary and formal text, we also use it in less formal spoken and writing English. When we want to add emphasis or dramatic effect.
Yes. So if you want to be dramatic, use this. This will help you sound dramatic. Now, usually in text, it is formal, right? And you can make it formal when you speak too. But these type of inversions are more common in casual conversations. Right, let's go to the next exercise. we see this, number 6. Read about 2 more ways to stay healthy. Find and correct 5 mistakes in the use of inversion. Okay, I will read it for you. Okay, I will read it for you. You just listen and try to notice the 5 mistakes. Okay, number 1. Only recently, experts have suggested that there are many health benefits from being exposed to sunlight. Not only it helps reduce depression and pain, it also reduces high blood pressure. Seldom we hear anything positive about drinking wine. However, research suggests that not only drinking a moderate amount of red wine reduces the risk of heart attacks, it can also help protect elderly people from mental decline. But of course, under no circumstances people should drink and drive. Can you please write these in your notebook the corrected way? Can you see it, guys?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Only we are
Right, yeah.
thinking.
Go ahead. Go ahead, write them in your notebook, please.
Anything positive about drinking wine?
Can you repeat that again?
Seldom. 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 We hear anything positive about drinking wine.
Okay, so look, seldom is an adverb,
Seldom.
Carolina. Okay, what goes after the adverb in the inversion?
Auxiliary.
And what is the auxiliary right there? We hear.
Okay, seldom do we hear anything positive about drinking wine? I love the red wine.
Same.
Okay. Period. However, research suggests that not only drinking a moderate amount of red wine.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, look, the verb is reduce, and that is the present. So what is the auxiliary? Not only. The verb is reduces. It's in the present. Not only did, do, or does.
Does.
Yes.
Reduces the risk of heart.
Reduce or reduces?
Reduce.
Yeah, reduce. Next.
I don't know if change in the next part.
Oh.
Okay, it can also help protect elderly people from mental decline. Period. But of course, people shouldn't. I wrote shouldn't. I don't know.
Oh, right. In this exercise, you're not changing it to a normal sentence. You're just fixing the mistake. So we are using inversions here. Under no circumstance is the adverb. And what is auxiliary?
people.
Under no circumstance. Under no circumstances. Auxiliary.
Two.
Right there, we're using should. Should is the auxiliary.
Yeah.
Should people drink and drive? Oh my gosh.
Okay, now let's check it. We have three inversions. Well, five inversions, sorry. We have one right here. We have one right here. One right here. And we have another one right here. So in total, we had 5 inversions. And we changed them to this here. Let me make this a little bigger. Look, right now it's difficult. You know, it's for many of you, it's the first time you're seeing it. Now, for Nidhi and Oscar, you know, I expect you to have a little bit more correct things. But for Caroline, Matt, and Romo, it's understandable if you make mistakes. You know, don't get frustrated. It's normal. Everybody that comes across this lesson is gonna have mistakes because it's really rare to use this grammar. But what do you think is difficult about this? What is difficult? Understanding where you put the inversion, where to add the auxiliary, how to change the verbs. What is difficult for you guys?
In my case, I don't understand very well in a few sentences, but in others I confuse in the meaning of the adverb.
Okay, so the adverb doesn't help you because you don't understand it, right? Well, in this case, for these inversions, we can only use 2 types of grammar, 2 types of adverbs. We use the negative adverbs and the limiting adverbs. Let me make you a little list. All right, so we have limiting adverbs. Here, let me pull out my complete list. Give me 20 seconds. Okay, for the limiting adverbs, we have hardly, you know, like hardly ever, seldom, we have rarely, only then, not only, but, that's negative, forget that one, little, only in this way, and then we have the weird ones, and the weird ones are only after, only when, and only by. And what I mean by the weird ones is inversion is in the second clause. Now let's talk about these a little bit more. Limiting adverbs. Now, a limiting adverb means that it has a limit. Now that's obvious, right? But what that means is that this cannot happen whenever it wants to happen. All right? It cannot happen whenever it wants to happen. It can only happen at a specific time or in specific situations. Okay? Now, for example, if I say hardly, that means it doesn't happen a lot. It only happens a little bit. Seldom, it cannot happen. It doesn't always happen. It happens maybe a few times. Same thing with rarely. Only then. Only then means kind of like after this situation, this will happen. It's like a cause and effect. Only if this happens, this will happen. And that is the same thing with only in this way. Only if this happens, this will happen. Same thing with only after. Only if this happens, then this will happen after. Only when this happens, that will happen. And only by doing this, this will be the result. And these are all limiting. That means it cannot happen at any moment, or it doesn't happen at any moment. It happens at a specific time or at a specific situation or with a limited frequency, all right? Hardly, seldom, rarely, those are frequency adverbs. You know, just like always, often, and sometimes, those are also frequency adverbs. But the difference between always, sometimes, and often is that they are very frequent, and hardly, seldom, rarely are not frequent. It's limiting. You cannot do more than that. Now, Nydia, do you have any questions so far?
No, I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Now, let's go with the negative adverbs. For the negative adverbs, we have never. We have not only, but, no sooner, no sooner, nowhere, in no way, on no account, and of course we also have the weird ones, inversion in the second clause is not until and not since. gonna add this one over here, scarcely.
You can say any circumstance and on no account and on no account.
Yes. Let's put
Is
that
the
there,
same?
bro. Under no circumstance, right?
Yes.
Okay. Under no circumstance, that's also good. Let's see. What else? What else? Are we missing any more? Don't think so. Scarcely, no sooner. Only then. Yeah, I think everything else is good. Okay. So look, I want you to notice that right here, I put a hyphen. This formula is for the weird adverbs. Weird means that the inversion happens in the second clause, right? And the ones that happen in the second clause are only after, only when, only by, and also not until and not since. Okay, like Romo said, those are the exceptions. Those are the exceptions. But the rest, they follow the first formula. Adverb, auxiliary, subject, verb, and the rest of the sentence stays the same. All right? Now, we're going to do 2 more exercises with inversions. All right? Now, Nydia said she has doubts with understanding the meaning of these adverbs. Remember, well, never is obviously never. Not only, but. Now, when we use not only, it is usually to emphasize 2 things. Not only this, but this. Okay, or not only that, but that. I use this a lot with my favorite restaurants. You know, one of my favorite restaurants over here in Acapulco is Tarasco's. Okay, I love Tarasco's because they give pastor tacos and they're super delicious and it's also very cheap. You know, usually when you go to a restaurant, you spend minimum 100 pesos or something like that. Now, obviously, if you go to a fundita, you only spend like 40, 30 pesos. But if you go to a restaurant where you sit and there's TV, you know, it's expensive. But in Los Tarascos, I like it for two things. It's cheap and it's super delicious. So I could say something like, not only is Tarascos cheap, but it's also delicious. Not only is Tarascos cheap, but also delicious. I am emphasizing two things, and that is why I use not only but to emphasize two things. No solo esto, pero esto también. All right? And no sooner. Now, no sooner is when you talk about when you do something and immediately something else happens. Okay? So, no sooner had I gotten home than there was an earthquake. So first I arrived home, and then immediately after that, there was an earthquake. No sooner did I start cleaning my room when my mom called. So basically, I was cleaning my room. I started to clean my room, and my mom called. All right, how convenient. Also, I can say something like, no sooner did I leave the house when it started to rain, then it started to rain. So I leave the house and immediately it starts to rain. Oh, my luck. Okay. So no sooner, when it talks about a negative adverb, all right, it usually is something negative. And nowhere. Nowhere is talking about a place. Nowhere can you find a fancy restaurant with a good view and great service. Nowhere. Nowhere can you find. Nowhere had I seen such a beautiful woman before until I came to Acapulco. And in no way, that means it's not possible. In no way, on no account, under no circumstance, it means it's not possible. All right? It's not possible. When my little sister wants to borrow my car, what? In no way will I give you my car. On no account will I give you my car. Under no circumstance will I give you my car. It's not possible. It will never happen. All right? That's what those mean. So let's look at these over here. Only once. That means it can only happen one time. Not until means that it can only happen after something happens. All right? So I could say something like, I was looking for my cousin at the party, right? I get to the party and I'm looking for my cousin. I was looking for my cousin at the party, and not until she raised and waved her hand did I see her. So first she needs to raise her hand and wave it, and then I can see her. Not until she raised her hand did I see her. Right? First that happened, then I saw her. Not only, again, remember, not only is when you want to emphasize two things. Under no circumstance, it's impossible, and not for a minute. Not for a minute. Not for a minute is, I don't even want to do it, or it happened in less than a minute. All right? Not a minute had gone by, then it started raining. Not a minute had I left my house, then it started raining. It's kind of similar to no sooner. Okay? Let me write that one down too. No sooner, or not for a minute. All right, so what you're gonna do right now is take these 5 sentences and rewrite them using the limiting or negative adverbs. All right?
From the list or the ones that are on the box?
The ones that are in the box, okay? but you can use the ones in the list, you know, to help you out with the formula. And just to make it a little clearer, I'm going to highlight the weird ones so you don't confuse them with the other ones. All right, so the black ones, the black formula is for the black adverbs, and the yellow highlighted formula is for the yellow highlighted adverbs. All right?
All right.
Let me help you with number 2 so you can get an idea of what we're doing. Number 2, I never once thought I'd enjoy having a dog, but it's great.
Not only.
What is a similar adverb for never?
Under no circumstances.
Not only.
Okay. Under no circumstance. Okay, maybe. But then also look at number 4. It says never.
Yes.
Again. All right.
Not only.
Hold on. I think for number 4, you're going to use, not for a minute. Okay. So number 2, not for a minute. Next. I never thought, I never once thought I'd enjoy having a dog, but it's great. What is the time tense right here?
I enjoy?
Yeah, but what is the time? Present, past, future?
Good. Is modal?
No.
No?
Present perfect continuous.
No, look, it's the first verb. The first verb is the most important one.
Okay.
Which is what?
Past.
The past thought, right? So, not for a minute.
Did I think?
Did I think
I'd enjoy having a dog?
I'd enjoy having a dog, but it's great. Okay, and that is number 2. Please do number 3, 4, and 5. You have 3 minutes. All right, 3 minutes. Our answers. Can I have a volunteer for number 3?
Me?
Okay, Oscar.
Not only was I stressed out, but ill too.
Okay. Wait, what'd you say?
But ill too, or but getting ill too.
Oh, well, all of them could be correct. Yeah. Okay, you can say, but is optional. Okay. But I was ill, or also, but I was getting ill, and that would be correct. Okay.
Okay.
And number 4, let's see, Nydia.
Okay. Under no circumstance should you agree to do overtime for nothing?
Under no circumstances.
Thank you.
Should you agree to do overtime for what?
For nothing?
Ah.
No.
Look, under no circumstances is already negative, and nothing is negative. You can't have 2 negatives in one sentence. So what do you do there? You change nothing for?
Without for?
Everything.
No, not everything. No. What do you use?
With
Forever.
something.
Oh, not something.
Anything.
Forever and ever.
Anything. All right. Yes. Anything could be the anything is used in negative sentences to instead of nothing. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And number 5, Romo, Matt, or Carolina?
Carolina.
All right, Carolina.
Come on.
Be polite, be polite.
No.
Carolina? Matt?
I realized, no.
Remember, it
Not
begins
until,
with, yes, not
not
until.
not
Is
until.
that a, yeah, not until. Is it a normal adverb or the exceptional adverb?
It's an
Not until. The inversion
yes,
happens in
exception.
the second clause,
Yes.
right? So not until
I realized.
I realized
Was gentle.
No, until
No.
she spoke.
not until
She spoke.
not she. First you need to mention the subject.
Until
Not
Jill,
until Jin spoke. Not until Jin spoke.
Did I realize it was her? Well, I have, not until she spoke did I realize it was you.
Well, I guess that one could work too. Not until she spoke that I realized it was Jill. Okay. Yes, because the inversion happens in the middle.
Yeah.
All right. Now, we still have a lot of problems with inversions. Okay. So what I am going to do is I'm going to send you some exercises with inversions. But I need you to really, really, really use this formula right here.
Yeah.
Use this formula right here to help you.
okay.
All right. I'm also gonna take a picture because it's gonna help me in the future. And with that formula, you will be able to do the exercises a little better. All right, a little better with the activity that I send you. All right.
All right.
Do you have any questions?
No.
No? All right, so just be on the lookout in the group because I'm gonna send some activities that you can do online, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You put him in the group or another group.
Oh, you're not in the group?
Yes, I'm not in the group.
Okay, well, I will tell them to put you in the group, all right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, no problem, man. Everybody else, I will see you tomorrow, all right?
See ya. Have a nice
Yeah.
day.
Yes, and look, don't worry because tomorrow we're gonna review this again and we're gonna make sure that we understand it. We will not continue until we understand it, okay?
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you so much.
All right. Well, have a good night.
You too.